Yeah, good. Tired. We had a late night last night. Not too late. Still in time to catch last orders, which was nice. So yeah, we prepped the Supersport bike last night because the Superbike had a prep session yesterday morning. We're going to go out on the Supersport bike this morning just to do. It's almost like a bit of an installation lap, but just make sure everything's absolutely perfect. I don't think the Supersport bike will go out again now until the race. So we've changed a couple of things, just chassis-wise. I think there's potentially a tyre to test. I mean, it's a little bit late in the week, but if there's any gains, then we want to get them done whilst we're in a practice session. So we'll get that done this morning, and then it puts us in a good place for the rest of the week, as long as everything works. I'm sure it will. I've got high hopes, so we'll get that done. And then he's out on the Supersport race for the 4-lapper, so we'll see how that goes later on today.
Sarah, much to do to the bike?
Not loads really. Just going to put the new tyres in. Just slightly change the balance of the bike, put a little bit more weight over the front end, and then just make sure everything's tight, lock wired, ready to go really. There wasn't loads wrong with it, but just a slight balance change, a bit more weight, and yeah, we should be all right. See how we go after the first lap.
All the best, enjoy it. Okay. Sean. Oh, thank you very much.
Right, it's race day, and preparing everything really as best I can, and being ready. Not so much for today. Today's a 4-lap Supersport race, so I don't actually do a pit visor change in the pit stop. It's a 4-lap race. We just refuel, quick drink, and go again. But tomorrow's race, being over 6 laps, we do one of the crew will change my visor in the pit stop, because he was to get a lot of bugs, run out of tear-offs, and then in a pit stop we'd refresh. So something I do with my HEV pista is just clean the paint off of this. This is a bit overkill with this big file, but if I show you, it basically just takes the black paint off, which aesthetically looks worse, but it just means, I'll show you in a minute how it works with the visor. But at speed, when in short circuit or GPs, they will bolt the visor on, put a screw on over the top of this, but it just means, I don't know if you can see in the light, but it just means that silver there, when it's black, it's hard to locate this over the top. So we lube these up. I've lubricated that, so it just makes the guy applying the visor's job a little bit easier. So we do that. I'll show the other side that isn't done. It's still black, so it's harder to spot to line the holes up. It's basic, but these basic things in a rush is where it can go wrong. So these visors are pretty quick, to be honest, but this is a new visor with fresh tear-offs. It secures down there. In GP they would normally fix a bolt as well, but we simply don't have time for that, so they get left off, and then we have a visor ready for well, almost. I've got to do the other side, but give her a polish up, and then we'll be good to go for today and tomorrow. But yeah, little things, those little details help just to simplify stuff and prevent any hold-ups, or you know, it's pretty intense for the team anyway. That's the easiest part of the race for me, because I can just sit there having a drink while these guys refuel, wheel change. Well, tomorrow will be a wheel change, but they clean the screen on the bike also, because we get so many bugs it's hard to look through. So it's yeah, it's quite intense for them, but easier for me. The riding's the hard bit for me. So, but that's one little piece of the puzzle towards making it as easy as possible.
How many tear-off layers do you have?
So this, for a race I would run 3. Today's race I'm going to run 3 tear-offs, and they all run from one side. Sometimes some riders might have left and a right, but I have them all on the left, so anyone that does sort of motocross will know that as I release this one, that next flap that's tucked under will pop out. So obviously at speed this is flattened off when I'm going fast, so but I can still get my thumb under, as long as I tear the front side to here, the wind will do the rest of it and take it away from me, and then I'm left with a nice clear vision. But you kind of hold out as long as you can, because it's always like sod's law, you'll go tear off, bang, bumblebee, and then it's like, so you sort of like put up with it as long as you can and hold out. And I try to never ride with no tear off. If I've got one and it's bad, I hold off for that exact reason, because if I go bare visor or bareback, and even at the top you can hit small birds which explode and make a right mess. So it's crucial to kind of have a backup and always have one there in case something big hits and ruins. Obviously we need to see where we're going as best we can, and it just takes that little bit extra concentration when you're looking through bugs and trying to spot apexes and markers. The clearer that visor the better, obviously. So yes, but some guys will do maybe a whole race on one, but I like to try and keep it as clean as possible. So another crucial part to another cog in this whole big machine of how we conquer this course. Right, it is race day number 1. It makes me a bit nervous even saying that, but I don't know where this week has gone. It's gone so quick. Already a delay. There was a traffic accident up on the mountain, and a vehicle's damaged the fencing, which has to be repaired to keep the sheep in the field. So you don't get that on short circuit racing. So I think we're an hour and a half behind schedule already. I've got a warm-up lap on the big WTF bike to test something for tomorrow's race, and then this afternoon I've got a 4-lap for Supersport race 1. So that's gone pretty good in practice, and we should be in the mix with that. So I think that almost makes it a bit more nerve-wracking and pressure I put myself. You know, the team never say we expect this of you. They all just, I suppose, well, they know I'll do my best, but they want to win as much as I do. But there's probably 5 or 6 other people in contention for the win that want it as bad as me. So it's going to be tough and fast, but it will be a relief to get race 1 out of the way and get one under our belt. And it's weird, I think I said in a previous video, like, I look forward to this event all year round, and as soon as it starts I kind of just want it over, and then as soon as it ends I want it to start again. It kind of, it's that unknown, and you almost need like maybe a crystal ball just to, I suppose, putting it bluntly, know you're going to get out the other side, which sounds harsh, but it is reality, that little bit of unknown regardless of results, you know, just that we come through it okay, which is part of it, and I'm cool with that. That's why I do it, you know. There's no one makes us do this or puts pressure on me to come here. I do it to myself. So yeah, so that's it really. There's a bit of prep, just staying hydrated. I need to have something to eat and try and plan my food around riding and racing. I don't want to go out with a heavy stomach and bloated, but also I need to make sure I've got enough fuel for 4 laps. So today's not actually too bad. Supersport race isn't easy by any means, but tomorrow 6 laps on the big bike, that really takes it out of you around here. So it's an hour and 40 minutes of, you know, we're averaging, the race average is nearly 130 miles an hour. For an hour and 40 odd minutes is hard. So Yeah, just that's it really. Not a lot else to say other than wish me luck, I suppose, and let's see how we go.
Start line, just a quick update to competitors on conditions around the course. The roads are perfectly dry and light winds all around the course. They are very good conditions. There is just one small damp patch on the exit of the Black Hut where we've had the RTC this morning. So just one small area of dampness on the exit of the Black Hut. Control out. Starline, 1 minute.
James Hillier started the week off well, and we always know about James Hillier as he goes off on his WTF Honda. It all happens when we go racing, and that will happen, of course, later on in Supersport. Great to see as he heads down Bray Hill then for the first time. Hillier then goes to the top of Super Stocks, 418.9 for him. Cheers, guys. Back to you.
Happy. We'll see what he says now. We should be rolling in any second. I mean, we've changed the bike a little bit, not massively, so hopefully we've got it somewhere close now, somewhere we can transfer this information into the Superbike, and then Sunday we can roll out for the big first Superbike 6-lap race and be somewhere close. Let's just hopefully see if he's got a smile on his face when he returns in a minute. Everything all right?
Yeah.
Good.
You. These are all Superbikes.
Build up the hutchie then.
Yeah.
Right, lap one, the little practice lap complete on the big bike, so got my eye in. We actually changed some settings there and that worked good, so we're ready to race now. WTF bikes are good to go. Bit of lunch, change my outfit and get ready for race 1 Supersport. Only myself to blame for this, what I'm going through right now, but I think probably a little bit more nervous than normal, and I'm telling myself that's a good thing because I feel quietly, I suppose quietly confident. I feel like we could have a good go here and be in the mix, so well, we'll find out in a minute. 14 minutes, race start. Let's see.
So the wait is finally over after months of anticipation and excitement. Motorcycle enthusiasts have flown and ferried into this extraordinary island over the last couple of weeks here in the Irish Sea. The roads are closed and the riders prepare for a tap on the shoulder like no other as they set off down Bray Hill for the greatest race on Earth, the Isle of Man TT. Here we go then, a minute to the race starts, and all of the talking stops as they wheel to the line. A minute to go to begin this 4-lap race. Let's not forget as well, this is going to be a chance now for us to see pit stops in action. Racers James can be won and lost down in pit lane. The Monster Energy Supersport TT race is underway.
James Hillier lines up with that beautiful, like you said, Mark, retro-looking ZX6R.
There's Ian Hutchinson. He's already being caught by the Bournemouth Kawasaki of James Hillier.
Yeah, he is.
Just
That was
something on James Hillier, guys. I noticed his fastest lap was set on Monday. I mean, now that's either supreme confidence that he's happy with that and focus on the other bikes.
I think that's what it was, and he said he was really happy with the little ZX6.
Not surprised, 125 on the opening night here. Here comes Hillier. How's he looking now on the Bournemouth Kawasaki, a team he was with for pretty much a decade? Lovely, really nice.
Right, race one complete, Supersport race one. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but we finished fourth, which is good, but it's not. I thought I wanted to do better, and we had an issue with the bike, with the toe peg on the gear shifter. It kind of rotated round, and it was a faulty one. I'm not gonna. We live and learn. It wasn't. I wouldn't even say it was a mistake. It's just one of those things that all the little parts of the bike that could fail. At least I still finished the race. It could have been a lot worse and ended the race for us, I suppose, and pulled up somewhere. But we didn't. We got to the end. We finished fourth, taking the positives. There's potential pace there to be on the podium for sure. Michael Dunlop won, which is good to see for him to take his 26th win. It would have been. You know, I had in the back of my mind, obviously I want to win, but I thought it would have been pretty cool and special to have shared the podium with him today when he did that. That would have been nice, but we didn't. So we will regroup and a little bit of, I would say, rest. I would want to try and call it rest and relaxation now before tomorrow. We've got a big 6-lap superbike race tomorrow, but it's not. I don't know. I'm probably going to get out the paddock, go and clear my head, go with the kids and missus down to the beach or something out the way, and reset, and go again tomorrow. I think you know that race is probably going to be harder if anything. There's some. I think the competition is stiffer on the big bikes, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this time tomorrow we can turn it round a little bit and be a bit more satisfied. I feel a bit miffed. I feel like there was more in there, more potential today. But again, taking the positives. Race one done in the bank. Another finish round here. That was my 71st race around here, and I think that would have been like 67th finish or something like that. So 71st race start, which is. That's a fair few miles around this place. So, yeah, sun's shining. I've had an ice cream. I'm going to get my leathers off, relax, and go again tomorrow and see what we can do. But I feel like I'm talking a little bit too much, so let's wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Keep the questions coming. On the rest days, we're going to try and answer as many of those as we can. They're not being ignored or avoided. We're going to try and smash through those on one of the rest days. So. Keep watching, make sure you're subscribed, and if you haven't watched the other previous videos of this TT series, then take a look and let us know how it's going. But thanks for watching, speak soon.